welcome to Skottie Talk. Had to make sure my mic was on with Tyler and Dustin, which is me,
Hello.
and special guest, good buddy Derek Laufman.
Back for round two.
Thanks for having me
Yeah.
back, guys.
Oh,
Thank
our
you for coming
pleasure.
back.
Your audience is
Absolutely.
going to be sick of me.
No.
Oh my goodness. I'd hope
Hey,
not.
No. This he may become a weekly fixture on here if we're
If
lucky.
they're not
So-
sick of us, there's no way they'll get sick of you.
Absolutely. And yeah, gosh, we don't have any charts tonight. To whoever is asking that, that was Jerry asking for
Yeah.
charts. I'm sorry, Derek, we didn't do a chart for your return.
Becker
Oh.
also asked for that. Yeah.
The charts were, they're a crowd pleaser for a few. I think it's tongue in cheek, but we'll take it. All right, I hope y'all are ready for an excellent episode tonight. I haven't, set expectations too high for any of our episodes in the past, but I feel safely in saying that this will be the best episode that we've ever done. So hopefully everybody's ready for it.
No pressure.
No pressure, Derek. You just got to be the best. So
I just got to drop a bunch of salacious,
Yeah.
back stories or something about people.
There we go.
Hey,
Yeah,
what-
the dirty deets.
But the last time Derek was on, if anybody hasn't watched that for whatever reason, and over 100 of you have, thankfully, Derek was dropping such good details and information about the backstories of the scripts and about the art that he was pulling out. That this is I'm very excited tonight because we've kind of put the slides together, but we haven't seen the art that Derek's got in hand that he's going to be showing
Yes.
for 43.
Yeah.
So we're all very excited by that. That is a good buddy right there. To say, I'm so sorry, Derek. I'll be apologizing that probably for the rest of the time we have our show.
As previewed here by our special stickers everyone's becoming familiar with. So
That's awesome.
Well,
You
and
can
Derek,
get that tattooed on me.
please do.
I don't have any tattoos. That'll be my first one.
If you're going to get one,
tattoo.
yeah, don't make this it, Derek. I will dissuade you as much as I can. But in reality, this started off after you were so generous to us with your time last time, 2 hours plus, stayed on after, showed us stuff. I started referring to you as our good buddy, and I did it a little bit too long that I had to make it a bit so it didn't get weird. And I think it's back to the point where it's being weird again, but we're going with it. So
Yeah.
you're the first certified good buddy of the Skottie Talk, and we're glad to have you on here.
Hey, I'm honored. I'd like to thank you two.
That's the list. That's pretty much. But I've been what's crazy is I've been getting messages over the past week of people wanting to be in the Good Buddy Club, and
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is I did not expect that, but I was expecting people to ask me to remove them from the list, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, weird is part of the charm. Thank you, Calvin.
Exactly.
We appreciate that. Oh, and thanks, Keith. Yeah, we just take that.
Yes.
Whatever the name of the New Heights
Hey, nice.
podcast.
Guys, there we go. Do you guys have them like a little popper streamer thing? Go boom.
We don't have
on the
Can
screen.
say
No?
exactly.
we don't have the budget for that.
Add them in post.
But without further ado, before we get into Derek Talk, which is what you all are here for, I'm setting into a training on leadership today, and Seth starts messaging me La Boo Boos. Are you familiar with La Boo Boos, Derek?
I literally just heard about it like on the weekend, which is kind of funny that you're mentioning it now.
This is.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, this is Dustin," and I looked down at the shirt I was wearing for my training, and I thought AI could not have picked out a better shirt to put on my La Boo Boo there on the left.
Yep.
And then he got crazy with Tyler's there on the right. So, I'm not going to get into La Boo Boos, but I thought this was kind of funny. This was nice of him to.
The wild craze, yes, taking the world by storm.
It'll be the next thing that like just eventually just takes a nosedive, like every other collectible thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was watching something on Instagram pop up just like 2 days ago about the Beanie Baby craze and about the late night home selling where they were trying to move like $9,400 worth of Beanie Babies, and we're saying one was worth $400 by itself. Where's Dustin's pants? I am Winnie Poohing it on this one.
You guys want to hear a collectible story from me?
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
So for a period of time, I was collecting Funko Pops, and my obsession got a little bit crazy. I had probably 450 of them, like all in my office, and it was like there was nowhere to put them anymore.
Yeah.
So I had to make a decision. I'm like, either just have to like stop, or just keep buy another house. I don't know. So anyway, so I decided to stop, and my wife gave her permission to sell them all. I ended up making like $30,000 selling my Funko.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Which ones? Do you remember like what your high
Yeah, I
ones
would
were?
assume you
I'm
would have been
sorry.
in since the beginning. So
The highest value ones I had was Lion-O, and He-Man and Skeletor were
nice.
up there at the
So
time.
you must have the original ones, like the very first He-Man Skeletor.
Yeah.
So I was able to have I got in, I guess, early enough on some of them, and then they've gone up in value. And just before, like, I think the Funko market's kind of tanked. I haven't really paid attention. I literally, when I stopped something, I stopped. So it was like no more collecting, no more paying attention to it. I'm just like sell them, make some money, and
I wish I had that ability. I don't. I have my. I'll pan briefly, but my middle shelf. That's just all my Hero Academia pops.
Oh wow! I kept all mine in boxes too. I was that guy.
I'm like I just collect them for the fun. But my wife was the opposite. She's got like the Emmett Brown and like some of the other like rare like first. She was all about the chase, so that was her thing, was just getting the rare and hard to find ones. So
well, that's the thing that got a little bit crazy is like when they started dropping them at conventions, I wasn't going to be anywhere near, and I was trying to get my audience to buy them for me, and it was just like it was kind of obsessive. I'm like, I'll do a commission for you if you can pick up this like Star Wars pop that's dropping it, like
there we go. I love it.
Yeah,
it's pretty it's pretty cutthroat trying to get those Funko drops too. They were pretty wild.
It was.
But I had to confirm this, but yeah, their second quarter reports, they had a $41 million loss as for their earnings. So that was, I'm kind of worried about Funko. I still buy them periodically, but it's kind of a concern, especially with Thrill Joy and who's the other company that's come out that Becker's did not the Becker we have in here, but the other. But there's so many competing companies, especially for vinyl now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but it's
oversaturated, like everything else. It's just like once a market becomes completely oversaturated, like it's gonna die. Like that's
absolutely
happen.
It'll just choke everybody out. So,
but something that's not oversaturated is Derek Laufman art, and that's
very nice.
The comic market.
No. But before we get into man, we just have so many butts.
I was going to say, speaking of oversaturated.
Don't say that. Don't say that. We'll lose viewers. Don't do that. Our subscribers are
turn off the Hodges family.
Did you watch the New Heights podcast of Taylor's last night, Derek?
No, I missed it.
It's compelling stuff.
I bet. It's gripping.
But if it makes you feel better, they had 155 viewers per second. And we have 100 subscribers total, and like 15 of them show up every week.
So you know what? Those 100 subscribers are quality people, though. So
absolutely, exactly. I wouldn't trade them. Wouldn't trade them.
Yeah,
might trade a few of them, but wouldn't trade all of them. And that's what we.
Yeah,
but we've got even better.
Yeah, they may have Tay, but they don't have Ty and Derek and Dustin. So
I started to put my head somewhere in there, but my head's too big to fit.
You should have been in the middle, like kind of just peeking over our shoulders.
Peeping Tom is what I want to be known as there. So.
Oh my goodness,
that's some Photoshop right there.
That was my skill. Tyler would have made it look so much better, but
I need to hire you as my assistant.
Please no.
The thumbnail artist, exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to get you fired.
So good.
So anyway, what everybody's here for tonight, issue 43, Origins, Saving Private Gert, which is what you had referred to it as, Derek, and such a brilliant storyline and brilliant art to go along with it. But some of the background that you had given us about this, and you can fill us in, I'm going to set you tee up for it, but Critters at War, which is still available for sale, and I'll show that link later. If you want to give us a little bit of background on that.
Yeah, so basically I'd done this board game for Arcane Wonders called, it was sort of Earth, Land, and Sea is a game that I guess has been around for a little while, and it was sort of popular, and they wanted to rebrand it to be more kid-friendly, this company, so they reached out to me, and we did this sort of anthropomorphic take on the game. So it was just me basically like redrawing the cards in my own style and just having fun with it. And it was just like a blast. And so back when, Skottie and I first started talking about, doing the series together, and having me come on board, I was like, hey, we were just like tossing around ideas. I'm like, it'd be fun to put her in like a war situation. And I'm like, I just did like this game and like, drawn warplanes and all this like explosions and stuff. So I shared some of this art with him and he was like, oh yeah, we got to do something. Like, he's like, we'll do some Saving Private Gert thing or something. That's what he said. So, so that was kind of like the sort of like planting the seed. And then Skottie just like, like he does, if you just like tell him something and he's just like, I'll go make it genius script out of it. So,
well, from your all's discussion to you actually receiving the script to do the art, how long of a process does that take? I mean, is that like a month or 2 months? Or
yeah. So like, for instance, I just got the next script today, and that's for issue 46.
Yeah,
46. And so I have until the 18th of September or 19th.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be crunching because I'm off for about 8 days, so it's gonna be a little bit more hectic for me to crunch on this one. And but I'll get it done.
So I think that you said issue 46 is the next one. So Jay is doing issue 45.
That's right.
And then he's doing the one issue, and then you'll be back on 46.
Yeah. So Jay's sort of like comes in, has a ton of fun doing his thing, and and then it just kind of gives me a little bit of breathing room so that I can. So I'm not doing like a 4-week schedule because I have other things I have to do. So it's a bit of a balancing act for me, and so it's just great to have like a talented person come in and just kill it. And I've seen the art for his issue and it's incredible. So
that's so cool.
You guys will,
the cover alone, I'm just so excited with just the cover alone. Yeah. So again, it's just been so fun to see I Hate Fairyland kind of pivot and do these kind of one issue centered spin-offs of just different genres and different IPs and kind of stuff. So yeah, I can't wait to see more stuff like that with Popeye. So
yeah. And so so I have not read the script yet for 46 because I told Skottie I'll read in the morning because I knew I was going to come on here, and I just got it like an hour and a half ago, and I'm like, I don't want that in my brain. Well, I'm like, because once I read it, my brain just can't stop, and I'll be
the information's in there, and somehow it'll just get out.
I wouldn't sleep tonight like at all. I'd be trying to like map out the whole thing in my head like while I'm like not sleep. So I need to do it like in the morning. That's kind of like I prefer to do it that way, and then I kind of let it ruminate throughout the day, and I'll probably start like sketching. Yeah, what's that?
It's a completely fair. I mean, I can only imagine the wheels, the cogs just start turning, like the ideas of how you'll translate and do things. So
yeah, one of the worst things I find like myself is like if I have a story idea just before I go to bed, that I'm just not gonna sleep for a while. Like it's I gotta go get my phone out or like write it out a little bit, and like it's not good. I don't like coming up with stuff before I go to sleep.
Well, what we're going to see here in a minute, like the layouts, it looks like they're digital layouts for issue 43 and I'll ask you that. I just want to make sure we get to that question, but is that the first stage of the process for you, or do you do like script? I mean, take Skottie's script and like, right, well, I want this panel to be this, and this, or
because he's sometimes like when we kind of talked about it a little bit in the last pod, but like sometimes he'll do like panel 1, panel 2, and kind of like lay it out for me, and then sometimes it's just kind of like this happens, go have fun with it. So depending on what the scene calls for, I'll take the script, and sometimes like when I'm reading the script, I like to like print it out, and then sometimes I'll just do some quick little sketches on like in the moment, because like it's just one of these things, like the visual in your head, like the initial visual, sometimes you just really want to be able to grab that and first instinct, if that makes sense. And because sometimes that first instinct is like where the gold is. So you just kind of frantically trying to like just jot down like the ideas and stuff, and then and then I'll sort of like reread it again, and then I'll be on my computer and I'll be doing my like thumbnails, and a lot of that stuff is like scratchy and not great right away. I'm just trying to get the ideas down as quickly as I can, but then sometimes it's just like a bit of a process where like I'll fight with those pages for the first little bit because I just need to be perfect, I'm a bit of a perfectionist in that way.
Well, it's paying off though. The pages are looking so good.
Thank you.
45 is the Popeye issue. I want to make sure we get Calvin.
Yes. No, yeah.
Up there, so. And Shane had said he loves there are no boundaries with I Hate Fairyland. He thinks it's possible and loves that so much. Yeah, especially this new arc from issue 41 on, where we're jumping from setting to setting. You never know what, even though it says to be continued. And I love that the beginning of issue 43 tells all about Helicorn and everything that happened. And then it's like, bam, you're in Saving Private Gert. You're storming the beaches. I mean, to me, that's really exciting. I mean, it's something new.
Yeah, and this next issue I'm about to work on it, we go. It's gonna get wacky. Good.
Wow.
Well, I mean, even the one, the next one coming up that we'll be getting after Saving Private Gert, that we already have the cover and stuff for and everything. It's like even just that again, I can't imagine having being behind the creative process and going, yeah, like y'all know about this, but y'all don't know about this.
Yeah, there's like so many cool things. Like I would love to blurt out, but I better shut my mouth.
Go ahead, Derek. Skottie won't see this. We won't tell him.
Skottie doesn't watch Skottie talk.
No, the art that's on these cards here in the game, because you shared some art with us, but is this all your art?
Yeah.
I mean, did they use?
Okay. I don't do the layout part, but I just do the physical illustrations.
Okay, yeah, there was a lot more art on because you had shared some images with me and Tyler in an email, and then I googled the actual game and they had the cards, and I was like, oh man, this is a lot of art.
It was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. It was but it was fun though. It was just like, when they just kind of let me rip and just do my thing, that's like the best. Like, the art director like hands off, just kind of like go have fun.
Sorry, I didn't mean to, I was just going to ask. I was kind of curious, the difference between doing art for, say, something like this, a board game, versus doing a comic book. How that kind of differs, or if it differs, by much, that preparation.
Yeah, like I mean, I didn't have to tell like some little stories here and there in the cards, but I sort of like had a little running theme going, like happening in the story. Like I kind of like came up with my own little backstory, what's happening, because the cards aren't really like a succinct story or anything like that. They're just mostly images to portray like a certain thing that's happening for the game. But I tried to sort of tie in some little story bits here and there where I could. So yeah, I try to like, it's not exactly like making a comic, but kind of like just like little stills for like an animation or something, how you think about it.
Okay. No, it's cool. I mean, it makes sense because it's so interesting. Like a comic, you've got your 11 by 17 paper and you have your panels, and there's kind of. So I was curious, with board games, it's like, do you have to have something for the the cover itself, and then things for cards, and like how do you have to
the whole board, the boards can get a little intimidating, like the actual like cover for a board game, because you got to wrap. The whole you have to make sure it kind of works as a wrap, and how that's all going to like lay out and how that's going to work, and it can be. And then you got the logo, you got like usually like a large logo you're going to try to work around, and so it's a bit of a push and pull, like trying to get that to work. But yeah, it's a little intimidating at times. But
all right, well, we're trying to promote this and sell it. And Derek, I'm not sure if you still get commissions from it, but
I do not know. But it's cool. Like I mean, I think we did 2 more expansion packs we had for this too, so I think it sold well enough that like they went and did like 2 more expansions. So that's pretty cool.
All right, well, we've got your stuff to sell later on, so we'll remove that from the screens.
I get nothing from this. What are you guys showing for?
Just ignore it. Redact that from the. All right. Well, here it is. If you want to buy it,
you know what?
We don't need.
We got 212. Let's sell them. Let's sell at least 100, right, guys? Let's see that number.
Oh goodness.
We'll do whatever it takes, man. Get your art out there. This is really cool, and if people are in love with Derek's art, I recommend buying this and framing the cards in there. And I'm sure Derek would love to sign all the cards at conventions. If
I'd love that.
So make sure and pick up. I actually thought about, because it looked like a really cute game, and you said it was based upon a more grittier game, but just reading a little background, and there was actually a review out there for it that was like a really strong review, so it might be worth checking out. But once again, we're switching to the butts. Concept art of Gert Squad, which was the puns on some of these and just the names of them were so good, so good. Did Skottie just give you the description, or did he just give you the names and let you go wild with it?
No, actually, he let me just kind of come up with the squad on my own. I just knew she had a squad, and like I just was like, here, I'll just do some ideas, and I just put little names above them because they weren't going to appear in the script anyway. So, just for my own sake. And Skottie loved it right away. And he's like, oh, great. It's perfect. So, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Because we were talking, or we were discussing before you came on, you were kind of curious, that process of like, if there's certain characters that are required for the script, like say the maggots, was that, specifically for like the joke?
No, the maggots were specific to the joke. So I had to draw maggots for that. And the peons there, So that was more like it's a bit of a lazy cop out for me because I'm like, these are the characters that are going to be in the scene a lot dying, and they're not complicated to draw. So I'm like,
that's
So that's a little cheat there. Like, as if you just like do something like a circle for a head, that does make things a little easier. So. Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
That's great. Yeah.
We've had some comments pop up. I want to make sure and get those read too for the guys out here watching, and guys and gals. I say guys, unintentionally. I apologize. Angie, hi. Glad to have you on here with us.
Also, call out to the K-pop Demon Hunters icon there. I've got my Saja boys behind me for anyone who's watched that movie. So. Big fan, love that movie.
That's Seth just brought up Bandcamp 3, and we're bringing up Demon Hunters. Man, we're entering Disney territory here. We're going to start hemorrhaging viewers.
Exactly.
So one of the recommendations: sell signed copies on your site. Well, Derek does have a signed game on his site, a Star Wars signed game. So if you want to, anybody's interested in that, they can go to his site.
I will at some point do signed copies on my website. I will do that. I'm trying to. One thing at a time. We'll do the original art drop. And
no! I think they were talking about the game for the.
They copies of the books.
No. That's why we're pushing Bounty Hunters out there because it is available on the site. Yeah. And Tyler had picked up a copy of that. Some of the other questions. One of the questions that we had here, Derek, was when drawing the fight scene, what's the balance between having the fight flow with the page for the reader and just how much bad butt imagery there is?
I mean, that's the challenge, right? I want my compositions to read and not get too crazy. It's always a balance. Like, I think the fight scenes are always a challenge, because you're like, I want to get as much stuff packed in here as possible, but I don't want it to feel like completely overwhelming to the reader. It's got to flow. It's got to work. It's just that I think that those fight scenes probably take the longest just to try to get that to work and flow properly. And you think especially when there's a lot happening in the scene, you're like, okay, this explosion's happening over here, this gunfire is happening, this guy's getting his head blown off on this side, and does that all work as a composition? And it's a lot of fiddling and making it work.
And does that differ, greatly between something like working on Duncross versus this, where there's more humor in this with, the action stuff versus Duncross, which is a bit more, serious and it's totally different.
True. But I kind of have fun with my Crimson Fall violence as well. There's the same kind of cartoony flavor to it. So it's kind of the same. I think it's just a little bit more, whimsical, I guess, with Gert. But no, it's the same sort of mindset. You still need the action to read, strong silhouettes and still having it flow and make sense. And
well, it's crazy because Gert has killed so many people and creatures and things, but this issue kind of struck a chord. It was like, oh my gosh, this is like being right in the middle of the beaches of Normandy here. So it was really cool to see that transition into this issue, and then have more of a. It felt like there were stakes, like something was being risked.
Well, I mean, it was kind of a bit heavy too working on because I had to, get some references from World War II and and Storming the Beach and so it's like these are real things. So you're like, I'm also it's that balance, right? Because you're like, okay, we're making light of every what I mean. So there's So the fine line you're sort of walking, I guess.
Y'all handled it really well. Shane said these names are amazing. I agree with that. Tyler. Seth called dibs on this page. It's digital, I believe, so I don't think this will be.
Sorry. I do all my character designs digital.
All right.
So take a screenshot. That's what you're gonna get.
Everybody's love this. I'm just trying to make sure we get. Fritter kind of has a minion shape.
Yes, totally. Kind of, give him the one eye. It was another thing too where I was just like, I don't know if this guy is going to work as read as a fritter. But
Becker's got a good comment. It's incredibly entertaining that the president. I'm not the president. I'm just a member. But the Skottie Club is adverse to swearing, like a vegan supporting the Hamburglar. Scott. It's not lost on Skottie either. The thing. More of a color. Okay, I
Dustin blanks out all his F Fairyland cover.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
We always had to go through the slides because he always puts like a little box over the name and stuff. And I'll sometimes move it just completely not even thinking about it. I'm like, oh, whoops, I forgot your little.
There you go, Dustin. Here.
Thank you, Derek. Now, Calvin, it's just me. I don't swear, but that's but yeah, it's but I do have to go in and check, is this show for kids or not? And I always check no, because we've had a few people on here that have dropped, the F-bomb and stuff like that. So
I do cuss from time to time.
yeah. It's
my apologies.
No, you're good. You'll let him slip one day. I did say fluffing last week, so I think that does count for something.
Exactly. That's close enough. Yeah.
Oh, Sergeant Pepper was my favorite one, Jerry. I love the Sergeant Pepper, and he looks short and mean, short and spicy. I think.
Sergeant Pepper was great. I think General Glaze is my favorite, just name wise. Just so just so ridiculous. Or double stuff.
I missed General Glaze. I can't believe I missed that one when I was reading it earlier. I went over to Fritter, like my eyes were like, but that top row had such great names and drawings or art with it that Oh yeah, there we go. Here's an idea for you, Derek. Let's get this as a print.
Oh, okay.
So we can sell it live on the Skottie Young Appreciation.
It's not the cleanest print. I don't know. I feel weird about that. But you know what? Maybe that'll make it probably into like the back of like a graphic novel that we do.
Oh, that'd be good.
Some of the back matter.
These are stickers too. I love your stickers you have on your website. Not a lot of people. It's like stickers are like, I feel like hit or miss with artists, but I do find them to be fun.
Well, it's funny, like, because I do have some stickers, but they don't sell that well. Like, and I'm sort of like, I don't know if my audience really cares. Like, I was saying to my wife, like, I think we need to just be giving away stickers when people order stuff, just to because I got like a stack of
get them out.
Yeah, I'm just like, nobody's really buying them like I thought, and I don't really bring in so much to conventions anymore because I have so many books to sell, and I just like don't have room. So stickers, they're fun, but people want books. So
but you throw when you throw the stickers in though, and people get an extra sticker when they buy a book or something.
Yeah, that's
it's like people get very excited over stickers whenever you give them in orders. So I'm not sure where
I think they're great for giveaways and stuff. I just ordered a bunch of bookmarks. We're gonna give away like bookmarks and stuff too. Just kind of nice little extras.
Yeah, you're great about that. I like that's always been a thing with your. I mean, I remember from like the first Kickstarter and stuff. Like I had the bag of like just goodies that you get with it. It's just like, that's just so cool. It makes all this stuff more. I don't know, just more collectible, I guess. Or more,
well, also like you gotta like I take into account the fact that like if somebody's ordering it from me, like you're gonna have to pay for shipping and things like that. Like there's other expenses that kind of come along with that. Like people overseas, sometimes there's like duties and stuff they have to pay depending on their country. So just to get some extras in the bag and stuff, like kind of eases the the whole process a little bit.
No, that's fair. Yeah, that's a fair trade off, if you will.
All right, so now we get they sure do. Yeah, swag is great. Here's some of the digital layouts I had talked about earlier on. And you said you physically put in the lettering here just to leave space for Nate.
Yeah, so like I specifically went to Nate, like it was like, can I get the font? Because I'm not going to do it like he does it, but I can at least throw it in there and get a general idea of the size of what I need to fit in. Especially for like the heavier dialogued pages, I want to make sure that it still works. Because I do sometimes don't leave enough space, and I get slapped on the wrist a little bit, just like,
hey, could you please just leave a little bit more room?
Well, we've noticed that with your art, Tyler, and you've probably picked up on this too. That I mean, a lot of your art, Derek, that you're doing for I Hate Fairyland is like edge to edge art. I mean, you're not leaving a lot of colorful backgrounds blank or anything. You're filling every space you can get in with it.
I try. Like, I mean, it's I've always kind of done that with my comics as much as I can. I mean, it's not like I'm getting really complicated, like smoke in the background, things like that. But just having something there, I feel it helps ground the story a little bit into the world a little more. The more you can kind of do that. And then there's moments where like you don't need a background because you want a character moment or something. So it's just kind of specific to like the situation. But I try to get as much little backgroundy stuff in there as I can.
Very cool.
No, it's I mean, I like your blending of, and even again, we've called it out like in the past episode, but your blending of like words, like sometimes they'll just be written into the actual scene itself as the art rather than the type itself. And again, that always has felt more grounded, like you said, and less just here's a space here, here's a space here, fit the bubble in kind of a deal. So
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, these are super cool to see. It's just, again, I love that like behind the scenes process of, especially seeing the text in there and seeing you do it with this one of like, getting to see kind of that, beginnings of that final page. So
right, yeah, no, and that's like, some of the funnest stuff is just, in this stage, because this is the real sandbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry had the best line of the comic. I mean, that was the best line of the issue there.
Yeah, Who Fluff and Raw. I was just like, man, that's so good.
That's so just Skottie's like brilliance, right? Like it's just like it seems like it should be so obvious, but like I wouldn't believe it. Like
oh man, yeah, these were really fun to see, and hopefully everybody that's getting to see them. I'm gonna go back to the other one real quick so everybody can look at it, or is just appreciating the work it goes into before the ink ever gets laid on the paper. And you do this digitally, and do you print these out and ink over them, or how do you typically do it?
Yeah, and I'll like when we start showcasing, I don't know how much of the blue line is going to show up, but I have a very faint blue line because I find for my eyesight, if I light box it, it's just too hard on my eyes.
Yeah.
So I find like if I have just a nice, very faint blue underneath, that kind of it mimics like a blue pencil almost. But I don't have the waxiness of the blue pencil, so the ink slides over it much easier and like doesn't slide, and it dries quicker on the page and stuff like that.
Nice. I think Skottie does something similar too. I think with his like that kind of light blue. But that's smart. I hadn't made that connection between like the light box, and light box for those who don't know is like it's just literally a box of light that goes underneath your art to shine through to bring an underdrawing through so you can kind of draw on top of it. So
yeah, I just find like from my eyesight, I don't have the greatest eyes, and it's just really harsh, especially staring at it for like too long.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I used to do it that way, but yeah, it's just I'm getting old. So
what? We're not getting old. Time doesn't move forward.
Right. Not in Fairyland.
Yeah.
All right, so we're about to get into the 43. This is where we'll switch over to your art cam, Derek.
Okay. Yeah.
But first, we're going to do our giveaway.
Oh, that's right.
And you all can read the rule. Oh. Tyler said, nay.
I'll show off the prizes there, and we'll get back. But
and just as I promoted in the group, these books are very hard to get a hold of, signed by Derek. If you all haven't heard, and Derek, I forget you're in Canada until I hear you say the word out. And since I hear you say the word out, I'm like, or about, and I'm like, oh, he's Canadian. I forget that. So, but Derek, yeah. But Derek does Canadian cons for the most part, so to get those for us down here that are located in the U.S., you're not going to be able to get them right now. They're not available on the site or anything. So Derek was kind enough to provide these two issues of 43, the cover A and cover B, signed in a lovely pink marker by him as a gift. So for whoever can answer what the hidden Easter egg is on the next 3 panels. And this is tough. Me and Tyler couldn't get it, and we still don't know what it is.
Yeah, I told that it's been a long time since I've seen Saving Private Ryan. So I've been granted.
Well, I think you guys maybe are in the. I don't know how much hints I want to give.
Yeah.
Well, we can start giving hints after if nobody gets it, but you may have them ready just in case.
Okay.
I'm curious. Yeah, for those who've picked up the issue. So.
All right.
So you're gonna go next.
Okay.
Oh, I was waiting on you to press it. I was like, are you gonna
drink?
Are you gonna hit it?
It's like, this is my time to rest.
So these are the 3 panels, and there is an Easter egg hidden in one of these. Yeah, I poured over them. You had some good ones, Dustin. And
I had like 3 or 4 guesses, and Derek said no, that was not correct.
I mean, there's some other Easter eggs surely in here, but there's one specific one I'm thinking of.
And we're going to slap ourselves in the forehead, I'm sure, as soon as we hear it. But I think I think they're all watching the Taylor Swift podcast again.
And now everybody, suddenly quiet.
They're all.
I mean,
thinking,
even just talking about the art, though. Again, just going into these first 3 pages. Again, it's just so fun to see. The Confection Coast Guard, the Cookie Commander, the Cookie, Chief or whoever that is. Like just so fun the play on all these, types of things. So.
Yeah, Seth's not even guessing. This is you've stumped everybody, Derek. This is a getting.
Do you guys want me to start throwing hints out or what?
Yeah, we better do one hint.
Yeah, we get some hints.
There's a little bit of a delay, but
It's a throwback to my childhood, and I grew up in the 80s.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm starting to think of at least the range. So, charcuterie channels. I can't talk tonight. I thought charcuterie would be the one that tripped me up, not channels, but
the channel.
Mastered that one. Derek, do you want to do I did it to the wrong camera. So.
Yeah, I do. Does anybody guess anything yet?
Yeah,
there's one. Jerry's Full Metal Jacket scene.
Yeah, I'm assuming the maggot scene.
The charcuterie channels.
Tooth flag.
Tooth flag, yeah. Yeah, see, I was limiting myself to the movie. So yeah, now
not Top Gun, not Top Gun.
Opens up a whole lot there for 80s movies.
All right, yeah, okay, I'm off.
Here's the thing: when I put this in there, I thought it was going to be very obvious because I was like, man, are people going to be like, wow, this is like so obvious? But apparently not.
Seth just said little yellow guy.
No,
don't even know. I can get my glasses on. I can't.
Do you want me to narrow it down?
Oh,
yeah. I guess what page is it on?
It's on page 1.
Page 1, okay. So on page 1.
If we only had the power to zoom in on page 1. Oh, we have
the other one, but it's the same thing where it's just
it's the same size.
It's just the same, yeah. If anything, these pages I think are bigger.
Okay, so we got 1980s movie, page 1.
Not movie.
Cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking, but
80s cartoon, my childhood.
I was thinking, come on, is it a Skybound series now?
It could be, yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to throw something out there.
No, you're getting closer. You're getting warmer. Okay.
Something from G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Yes. Now what?
Okay, now we're in the wheelhouse now.
We're in the wheelhouse.
It's a. Now I want to win. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah, we got Dustin. Yeah, Dustin's eyes are glued to the screen. I hate that we can't zoom in.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's not small.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay, so
it's not small.
Okay, someone said they're going to start throwing out names of characters. Cobra Commander. Jerry said one of the guns is a Transformer.
No,
the island itself is a G.I. Joe reference.
No.
Yeah, we will get there by eliminating everything else. So
it's hilarious. I love how everybody just
just throwing.
Like I said, I thought it was going to be obvious, but it is not.
Oh man, core memory for Derek, not so much for.
I almost just want to spoil it now. But
the pink ninja guard.
Nope.
I don't see a pink ninja guard. That was Shane. Tank girl. Well, okay, we've entered different property now. I had one G.I. Joe growing up, and my little brother spun him until he snaps on
Not that memory.
That was always a hazard.
Right, first, second, or third panel. We're like
on third panel.
Third panel. Okay. Snake Eyes. I told you they're going to start naming characters. We'll see Baroness pop up here next, or
I don't
Destro.
Know. Everybody's like way off.
Yeah, so Jerry's like, screw it. I'm just going to name every property. Is there a Rocket Raccoon?
Is it the gun? Is that it?
Is it their base? Ryan said.
Yes.
Okay. So that is it.
So we'll give it to Ryan.
Okay.
The pain needs to stop. So no, that I directly ripped off the G.I. Joe headquarters for that bottom panel.
Oh gosh,
that's the toy, like the G.I. Joe headquarters toy.
That's so fun.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up now.
See, for me again, I thought it was just gonna be people are gonna be like, "Oh, you ripped this off." What a hack!
No, I was commenting how brilliant you were for designing such a great base.
No, I totally stole that from G.I. Joe, and I just thought it'd be a fun thing to stick in there, but nobody knew what it was. So
that's awesome.
I'll just take all the credit.
I'm sure the people who know it just aren't on the channel.
That's what it is.
Show.
That's right. Yeah. We'll say that.
That's Ryan. Ryan was close enough.
That was close enough. There you go. Congratulations, Ryan.
Ryan used the shotgun approach. I believe he had 15 answers, but we'll allow it.
You just hit the one that's right.
So are we giving away? We'll give one cover to Ryan, and then what do you guys want to do for the other one?
Oh yeah.
There's another Easter egg hidden on this. I'm just joking. Yeah, we can't do that. We can't
let Ryan pick which cover he wants.
That's good. You want,
since he was first.
Ryan, you want cover A or cover B?
Non-saucy or saucy cover?
Yeah.
One thing we did comment on we thought was interesting was generally the B cover is always followed with a lot of blood, but that actually surprisingly was lacking more so in this one. But we got that beautiful explosion in the background. But we were just curious, is that like, because is that a choice? Obviously, like I'm assuming you would make, if there's blood or stuff.
This is all John. John just like runs with it. So like, yeah, it's his brilliance. He just gets to go have fun and do his thing. He gets to be creative, and that's like I love how he added all that in there.
Oh yeah, the lighting difference is such a fun, like just that being lit from behind like that, and it's so cool.
I'll tell you what. Calvin had said one of his guests when we were guessing everything. He said it looks like G.I. Joe early on.
That was pretty good.
So I'd say we give one to Calvin and then one to Ryan.
Okay,
there we go.
So we'll let Ryan pick.
Yeah,
and then
Ryan
Calvin, you get the second choice there.
Oh gosh, Ryan says give it to the first one that said G.I. Joe, and he'll take the other one. So
since he won last time, look at that.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, man. Ryan, you are having such good luck with Derek on the show. Calvin, which one do you want? A or B? Clean or non-clean? Well, Ryan said, never mind. Give me the swear word. So
okay, there you go.
Right. So Calvin Harlow gets the non-swear cover A.
So we got Calvin and Ryan. I'll put names on here just so I remember.
All right, cool. And we'll make sure and give you full names after the show. Just to
yeah. I'll just put it in the mailbox.
See.
Congratulations, and thanks everybody for guessing. Sorry for my bad Easter egg.
No, that's how you know it's a well hidden one. It's not so blatant that it's like in your. I mean, obviously it was to you and to some people,
right.
But cool to also be kind of hidden in that way to be like, oh yeah, like it is that thing. Once people know and see it, it's like, wow, how did I not catch that?
Well, and it's funny. Like I grew up like playing with G.I. Joes, and being like a poor kid, it was like the cheaper of the I couldn't afford Transformers; they were way too out of my price range. But G.I. Joes we could kind of afford, so it was kind of the cheaper option. And I love the cartoon too, so I was like, any opportunity I can do to squeeze in some G.I. Joe into this.
I love that. I grew up poor as well, Derek. So and I knew the G.I. Joes were like $1.50, $2. Well, everything else seemed to be a little bit more. So, that was they were well played with. So, if we get a yard sale that had a pile of GI Joes, I was in hog heaven. It was so nice. So
there you go.
Let's see. The Transformers gun was also.
it was yeah. I mean, it wasn't too far off.
Oh me, we are. And then Jerry's pun, Lord help us.
I know, yeah.
I rolled snake eyes and groan. Yeah, Seth, I'll agree with Seth for the first time. That is a groan. But
I love bad puns. Give me more.
More. Now on to issue 43. We're 45 minutes into the show, and we're about to get into the issue.
Right?
I was going to say we have on the slides the actual pages, but if we wanted to, we could just go straight to the original art
if we want. Like, you can
that'd be cool. Yeah, to see.
Okay, we'll skip over. This is the first two.
I was going to say the cover because Derek has the cover up currently.
Awesome!
So.
I missed that. I did not even see that. I'm very excited about this. So. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So again, it's like you were talking about being able to see your line work and then see what.
What actually was.
Yeah.
You can see with the blue line how faint it is. But like I don't necessarily follow it, but it just gives me a good enough
groundwork.
Yeah, at least the groundwork.
Now, did you get hungry at all while drawing this? Because just looking at this makes me want to eat cookies.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, that color.
Now, whenever they previewed the cover for this, the first thing I didn't think of GI or Saving Private Girth. The first thing I thought of was Candyland. I thought there was going to be a lot of references to Candyland. And other than the cover here and seeing some of the stuff, it was a nice surprise to see that that's not the route it took, that it took a more grisly approach to it.
Well, you know what's funny? The first concept art I did for this, because I knew we were doing a war, but I didn't know it was going to be a Candyland sort of war. So my first rough pass that I sent off to the group was just them in a tank. Kind of more akin to what I had done with my board game. And then Skottie was like, oh, can you do it she's on a dessert sort of tank, because we're going to do something like that. So then it was just oh, okay. So then I had to redraw it with all the fun cookies and trying to make it work. That's another thing too, just trying to come up with how do I make.
Oh my gosh. Did you have a picture of a real tank beside it when you were drawing it?
Yeah, I did have some reference up, just of a real tank, especially when I was first doing the original one. So yeah, it gave me kind of a general idea. I don't know exactly the model I was looking at, but
that's impressive engineering.
Yeah, but it was just when you have these little wins coming up with the cupcake for the top.
I was gonna say the cone for the oh my goodness, where it fires out of, and the cookies. It's all so.
And then just the cookies to act as kind of the rotors or whatever.
I love that.
In the tank treads and everything. And it was funny too, just on Twitter. I don't know if anybody knows Paul Robertson. He's the artist behind Castle Crashers. And he had pointed out to me that this is not how the frosting would have looked on the tank tread as they went through the frosting. So I'm you're the only one who can give me that critique. You
can tell me that. Nobody else.
In my mind, when I saw the tank sitting there, I thought he had been stationed for a while, and maybe it rained icing on top of the thing. So I'm trying to, it worked. It worked.
Off rain.
It worked. It worked for me. So I'm not an artist though.
You need to go on a baking competition now, because you're seeing what you can do 2D. It translates so well to 3D.
I can't cook. No,
we just need to get your designs on there. That's what we'll do. We'll collab with some crazy bakers. So
it would be cool if someone actually did this as recreation of this with gingerbread and brought it to the con and just to present it to Derek.
That would be
that'd be quite a feat, especially to have it not melt and everything.
Carrying it on the airport, going through TSA
just in a suitcase. Yeah.
So.
No, that's super cool.
So we got the issue. So the next 2 pages are the ones that we stared at for the Easter egg for a while.
Yes.
But
you know what? I think my camera. I think I can do side by side, right?
Yeah. That's perfect. Yep. So you can take a kind of feast your eyes on the colored version of them, and we'll swap back over to Derek's art cam here.
Yeah.
And there we go.
So yeah, this was a challenge right off the bat, because Skottie was just it's an island just made of desserts and treats, and I was okay, I'll just kind of just go with it. And but you got to have the cherry on top, that's
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you watched One Piece at all, or?
I've seen the Netflix series I watched with my son, the live action one, and I've seen some of the episodes. They're a little, that anime gets a little wacky for me, but my kids got a kick out of it. So
It's great, but yeah, I didn't know if you knew, but there's literally the whole arc, Whole Cake Island, where it's just an island made of desserts and everything, just like you drew it. So I was curious. I was like, I didn't know if you knew, or
no, actually, that would have been a good. It's one of those things too. Like having a good reference can be a good thing, but then also can be bad, right? Because
a double-edged sword, yeah.
Yeah, then you like try and do something that's too derivative. So instead, I just rip off G.I. Joe. So,
I mean, honestly, I think that's that's an interesting take, through the lens of something else, rather than an actual, one-to-one. Hey, this is a Desert Island. I can make a Desert Island. It's like, oh, let's make G.I. Joe Island, but with dessert, and that's what gives it that spin and flair and twist. So,
yeah, the whole parody of the situation. I mean, Skottie's talked so much about Mad TV or Mad Comics and Mad Magazine. Yeah, my mind's went blank for a second. I was too busy thinking about desserts now, and how much that's been a big influence on his art and his style and everything. So whenever I see something like this and hear you say you pulled it straight from a G.I. Joe from your childhood, I mean, I think this fits right in with I Hate Fairyland. The perfect parody is one that's you can recognize it once you're told about it, but doesn't slap you in the face like it's not a ripoff, it's not a copy, it's just more of a homage and an honor for that series.
Yeah. Oh yeah, super fun. Classroom too, like or them just all piled in there, and again just seeing all these characters.
Yeah, that was when I got to debut the squad there. That was fun.
I love seeing just the striking inks. And again, I'm sure these pages in person are even just better to look at. So I'm going back to the next two.
So we're going into pages 3 and 4. This is the first time we've got a chance to look at 4 and seeing kind of your cast of characters there shouting hoorah. I mean, whenever you did the character design, obviously there's so many more characters than what you had in those. Like, did you ever get stumped? Like, how am I going to make this one look, or which one I'm going to put
100%. Well, that's part of the reason I do the character designs to start, because I don't want to be on the page and be like completely drawing a blank of what I'm drawing. Like, it's also good to have those different characters with their sizes and shapes and stuff. Then I know how to play with the composition and like where to put who. And so yeah, having some of that planned out ahead of time a little bit does help. Like in those maggots, for instance, like I had to research. I researched like real maggots.
I was going to say, was the reference as grotesque as I imagine it was?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, your search history must be wild after this. Gingerbread and maggots.
And war.
And war.
And G.I. Joe toys for ladies.
I mean, it's such a that joke
great.
when it hits, it's just so funny. And it's so fun, like you said, seeing now those sketches of the characters and seeing them all their double stuff and some of the others there.
Yeah, no, it's fun. And like one of my favorite things is just Larry's look here. He's ready. He's ready.
He's always just such a fun companion with Gert. It's just never like there's the few panels where he's actually smiling and having fun are always so funny, because it's just normally just like I'm just trying to survive.
No. It's like I think having Larry there is the most fun. Like just for me, like just having Larry's expression, his reaction to Gert, and it's his facial expressions that always just makes me giggle.
That's awesome. Even like the stuff Dustin had mentioned it, just having like the icing on Gert's hat, just that fun little, getting her into character for the story. So
which actually it got kind of annoying to draw. So later the icing kind of falls off.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah,
but it gives that touch. I mean, because you go from her being just a war story, because Tyler was mentioning about her biting on the
lollipop
and the icing. So it reminds you're still in this Candyland phase.
Yeah, such fun touches. Yeah.
Especially here, as Jerry said, it looks like it's kind of fighting in the snow. I'm assuming that's what he meant. Yeah, whenever you see the black and white, especially. Yeah, we got you, Jerry. I got you. One of my favorite characters here, the beret guy. I love the beret guy. It's just so weird. I mean, they're about to go into a war, and Skottie throws in the script for this whole side character, this whole side conversation about the guy having a thing. That was
Well, that's pulled like, I mean, right out of Predator, where Skottie was telling.
Oh, really?
Oh, true. Yeah, when he's
I've
shaving. Yeah,
I've never seen Predator before. I've never seen Predator.
Oh, really? Okay.
What?
Yeah, no, there's a scene where they're in a chopper, and it's lit in red. Like Skottie knew, he's like, I want to have this sort of our version of this, in the comic, and so I knew right away, like, this was going to be in red, and like, this character was going to be shaving.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I can't. It's that didn't even. It's so funny again, that whole thing where it's like, as soon as you say it, I'm like, oh, dumb, like that. Why did I not think of that at all? So
well, that's why even the boombox, like, taped up there, they have a boombox in the
music
the movie tape there.
Yeah, so I was referencing that like pretty heavily.
Oh man, I feel like an idiot now. I can't believe I missed that. What?
That could have been another.
Never seen the movie.
That could have been
another giveaway there.
And someone.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to read Jerry's comment here about the Laufman skull.
He hit that right on the head. Yeah, anytime I can squeeze a skull in somewhere, I'm going to do it.
That's Gary.
I do love it. Yeah, with the signing and stuff too. No, we were curious. We were talking because this is a character we couldn't quite put our finger on what kind of dessert they're supposed to be, or like what they're representing.
Yeah, I don't really know, because it was like kind of like, I'm like, what is it, like a hairy sort of dessert? It's sort of like, I was like, is he shaving like parts of his face off, or like,
that's morbid too.
Yeah,
I like to think
maybe sprinkles a little bit. Yeah. Like, kind of got some like little sprinkle stubble. But to be honest, that one I was winging it.
I'm gonna go gumdrop on it.
Yeah, we'll say big gumdrop. Yeah, like the sprinkle. I was thinking, I like to think that he fell on the floor and like got hair and stuff stuck to him, and then I was scraping off that.
Peach fuzz, yeah, there you go. Could have been a fuzzy peach. That would. That's what we'll go with. Fuzzy peach.
Fuzzy peach.
Thanks, Derek. Great answer.
Great answer here, guys. And then there's General Glaze, of course.
That's canon now.
Wow, Jerry, that's an honor.
There you go, Jerry.
Didn't know you'd get that tonight. All right, let's take. I want to see the art behind this.
Let's switch to the.
Because I'm curious how much. Oh wow, the notes and everything were in there. Okay, that's great. It's crazy. I love that middle panel on the page 6 there. That is just everything's great. Yeah,
that left side, yeah.
The whole thing, everything getting loaded up, and then the middle panel on the other page too, where everything's just kind of everybody's crammed in that setting, ready to go, and just you got like the wide shot of both sides of the aisle. That's great.
Yeah, this is a fun sequence just to kind of figure out and have them kind of coming away from the island and get that like kind of angle, get some depth going. Like, yeah, it was fun just like to play with like the compositions. And
if he didn't have a name, I thought Sergeant Pitt might be appropriate.
Oh, that's a good one. There you go.
Good Lord, we're doing things.
I love, man. Jerry and I are on the same wavelength where I love puns. Like, give me funny punny names. Like that is my jam. Like, it's so good.
You are fighting so hard to get a reference in the trade paperback when this comes out.
There you go.
Well, the next. Oh, go on. I'm sorry, Tyler. Because the question I've got for the next pages. So go on. Yeah,
I was just curious because you talked about the scene being in red on the right, obviously to mimic the kind of movie and stuff. Again, like we talked about, you get some of the panels that are described by Skottie, like this panel needs to be this and this. But when it comes to the colors, I'm more so because we don't really hear that process as much. It's usually just like, hey, we gave it to JFB and he did awesome work. But is there ever kind of like, hey, I was thinking this could be red here, or like hey, Skottie's wanting it red, kind of a deal, or
like, well, I mean, he gets the script as I do. So
true.
Like when Skottie puts in there like this is going to be in red, like to mimic that scene, I think that becomes self-explanatory. But I think it was just like but apart from my character designs, like that's kind of only the little bit of extra color direction I'll give, just because if I have a certain idea in my head of what the characters could look like, and then Jean's definitely able to tweak however he sees fit, like he sees color in the thing, right? So I'm always like, if some colors aren't working for a character, let's change it.
Switch it up, yeah.
Yeah, like that happened in the next issue that comes out, 44. There was a character I had originally like colored a certain way, and then once we saw it in the actual comic, we're like, it's not really working because it's blended into the background. So I'm like, let's go and we'll just change it. And Sky's like, let's try this, and then it was just like, yeah, that works. So yeah,
no, that's
so
cool.
Sometimes just a bit of back and forth, right? Just trying to get the characters right, and sometimes that can be my fault if I'm like directing John for a certain color direction, just from a character design standpoint, and then he has to color the actual book, and then it's like if it didn't work, it's kind of like my fault. So I had to apologize. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Well, I imagine it's kind of similar, like you explained with sketching out your characters and then being able to compose them and learn, how those shapes and stuff go together, similar to with color, where it's, it's easy to kind of zone in on one character and be like, oh, this looks really great. And then, like you said, then you start doing the rest of it and you're like, oh, I now see, kind of.
Well, and I think the biggest challenge with a story like this, it's because it's a Candyland, it's so colorful and trying to it's tough. Like, I mean, it's a lot of heavy lifting for John, like to come in and try to make things not feel too not as cohesive. You want to to keep that cohesion in there, and I think he did a beautiful job of it. So yeah, my hats off.
No, for sure. Yeah,
I wouldn't like I color my own comics a lot. I wouldn't want to color this one. I love the choice he made there with the where the planes are taken off from. It looks like a strawberry shortcake sort of.
Yeah, parfait.
I didn't necessarily think of that's what the colors are going to be. That was just his brilliance kind of comes through. So yeah, I appreciate that he can actually make that magic happen.
And that is the team dynamic is that again, reliance on each other and not expectation, but just more so understanding that, hey, I know you're going to do a awesome job with this, and you're just going to do it and then get it back. So.
Well, it's like little details too. Like we're all draw in the clouds with my ink line, but then John will go in and actually make them look like clouds, and so it's nice that because I can keep the cloud sort of composition in my artwork, but then it looks
kind of switch back the show, because that's always interesting too, because we'll see that between Skottie and John as well, and sometimes we'll see Skottie's outlines for it because it seemed like that was specifically intended. And then, the opposite where it's like, no, we wanted this a little bit more rendered and soft and colors. So it's always interesting to me, that choice of when that gets made, or, it's like, you do your thing, or I kind of want my thing in there this time. So
yeah, 100%. Well, the other thing too is the little music notes. That was just kind of like my little touch, because I knew that there was a boombox playing. And so in my head, I'm picturing the scene from Predator, and they got the music going, and I'm like, how can I kind of convey that there's music happening? And so it's kind of nice to just kind of figure that little touch. Well,
and we've mentioned it before. Panel, Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dustin.
No, I was just saying, leaving the panel, the notes.
I was gonna say, I just love it's so subtle, the music notes. Obviously, you can see across, between the panels, but even down there in the bottom right. The General Pitt or Peach, now is going a little bit the hat going over. It's just such it just grounds it all, rather than just being oh, I'm reading just separate panels and none of this stuff actually interacts with each other. It's it's a story. They're all interacting together. So
yeah,
I love that about your work.
Thank you.
Okay, here's my question. Okay, so as I was reading this is the page. I was like, oh my gosh! But okay, whenever General Pitt, I'll go with it too. Colonel Pitt, yeah. Whenever Private Pitt has good alliteration. Whenever Private Pitt got shot, and red comes out, I thought, oh, there's jelly coming out of this, whatever this is, and then I realized all the dessert people have red blood.
Yeah.
Was that you, Skottie, or no, that's John? Okay. It's everybody's got red blood. So that humanizes all these characters.
It does. It it goes from this sweet, innocent, kind of fun little and then all of a sudden just mayhem and blood and
chaos.
Pure riddled and
So I will say this: the color direction on the page 8 there. The gummy worm. That was I let John know that was a gummy worm.
And that was when again we were also it makes total sense when you say a gummy worm. We were like, man, what that character is Because them exploding and then just going right into Gert's face. Oh my goodness!
Well,
yeah,
it was sort of like it was a little bit of a
that's so
homage
good.
to like Earthworm Jim a little bit, and
okay.
I was a big fan of Earthworm Jim, so it's like a little nod there, another Easter egg, I guess. So a lot of little Easter eggs in this one, and so then I just I didn't tell him how to color it, but I just said it's a gummy worm, so just color it kind of like that. Because it's sort of one of those things you just got to see that shape. You're like, what is that? But
I like this comment. Yeah, it does remind me of the X-Force from Deadpool 2, where everybody gets taken out, really quickly. Because especially, Derek, you had shared the design of the characters with us, and I thought they were going to be characters that would be like mainstays in the I Hate Fairyland universe.
Oh yeah.
And then it's just like, boom, halfway through the comic, they're all.
It's sort of sad, right? But I don't know. I think that helps add a little levity to the story, right? Like it's just these are real characters, right? Like
it does. But you're doing such a good job designing these, like doing the character design and the concept art for them. That once I see them, I'm like, oh, this is my new favorite character. Helicorn's my new favorite character.
Yeah,
and Noki's my new favorite character. And then I saw the little concept. I was like, oh, those are great. This is going to be fun when there's like a Secret Wars style I Hate Fairyland where they all show up and do that. And it's like, no, our dessert friends are gone.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, but it'd be cool if we get some collectibles. Speaking of collectibles from the beginning of the show, maybe get some little collectibles of like I Hate Fairyland characters. And
I was just thinking, because when you talked about the gingerbread tank, I would have loved like a 3D actual printed model, like just to have like a statue, of Gert on that thing. Like that would just be too cool.
Oh man, this is even more insane to see it. To see it in black and white like that. It sometimes looks. You're talking about we're talking about the stakes being high, but seeing it in black and white just looks even more intense than seeing it in color.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because I guess
I just want to say this I stole from Daniel Warren Johnson.
Oh, nice.
I got my like pilot pen that I've never used. It's sitting here, and I'm like, I'm gonna use my pilot pen, and I'm gonna do my Daniel Warren Johnson style.
That's too cool.
Lettering across there. So that was like, I'm just like, I need to have that in there.
I was trying to get a Transformers page that had that on one of them, but the one I ended up getting didn't have that on there. But I love that style, and I'm glad you pointed that out because that you did it. Yeah, that's a great job. That looks you nailed it perfectly with that.
Thank you.
Well, he just successfully funded his Kickstarter, which I backed his art book that he's coming out with. So. I'm excited.
Unfortunately, they weren't shipping to Canada, so.
Oh, really?
No, it's just.
Should have told me I would have bought two, and I just sent you one.
It's all good. They're gonna eventually release it, and like to international like later, but
okay. They just did it, limited for now.
Yeah, just like Tyler said, let us know in the future, man, if you need any help.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
But no, it's seeing because it's so funny you calling that out because that's immediately where my eye went. Versus here, it's the color, it blends it in more. Like it's still there and separates it. But seeing it here, just that stark, dark outline of the text is just, There's definitely no debate here that's blood coming out of it. Because it's like, I wouldn't think, even if them being confectionery, it's like, oh no, they're done for.
Massive blood loss.
Well, and this was one of these fun sequences where like Skottie's like, just like on the description, he's like, it's like, their plane gets attacked and then mayhem happens, and so you just like just go nuts. Like this is just so I get to just kind of like riff with this, like this guy getting blown to shreds, like just this whole chaotic like sequence of this all happening, her just like falling through. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to have her fall through someone's guts on the way down.
It definitely was. It's just it's so kinetic and energetic and so like it just hits and it hits like it does in the movies too. It's that same feeling of like you just turn the page and I'm like, bam, that first panel is just wow, they're in it. Like, they're not gonna land gently and then
that was the brilliant thing about Skottie's writing, right? Like because it's just like I flip the page, right, and it's like, oh, now it's kicking off like immediately. This guy's getting blown apart, and like like it's just like. I think Skottie described it as like just bullets are just riffling through the ship, and so it was just like good fun.
It's crazy because the tank's made of food, but I'm assuming the bullets are made of lead or like they are in real life. So they're
that are just like very old candy, or, or very, very,
like the little butterscotch candies that you.
They're just firing off Werthers.
Candy corn,
candy corn. There you go, candy corn.
Yeah. Finally, some good use for candy corn.
There you go.
Calvin, great
candy
point.
Corn.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
goodness, yeah.
Oh, the smoke.
So the funny thing is, like, so Skottie referenced, like, he said that, like, it's a queso sort of beach.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was just fun to like kind of like he said, like the chips are like, like the barbed wire sort of like thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah,
the
good fun.
Barricades keeping them out. That's Again,
Now,
what an awesome job to have. Just, to get that. It's like, what do you do? Oh, I just drew, queso beach.
Now I'm watching the progress of the icing on. You've got me noticing that now on Gert's hat to see when it falls off. So it's still on there. It's still on there now on Queso Beach. So we'll see when it falls off.
So one of my like favorite little sequences is like just here as she's like running over the guy, then blowing his head apart. Like this is like she stomps on him. I just love that sort of visual.
Violent.
Yeah, it's so crazy. And then we just got Larry doing his sniper shot here, picking off someone. So
the panel right above that with them coming out of the smoke. I mean, that's
that was Skottie. That was Skottie's
silhouette. Even the silhouette on that last panel, like the guy just doing like the jumping jack pose, just being blown away by the explosion.
And Tyler pointed out before the show started that even Larry's getting involved in the violence.
Because we were calling out, whether or not it's blood or it's not. I was like, well, Larry has blood. It's like it's got to all be just blood then, because if he's getting hit, so poor weenie didn't stand a chance.
And we have entered the puns. I haven't posted all these yet, but there's so many. Nacho kind of paradise.
That's a good one.
Good job, Shane.
We'll have to do a giveaway some week for like the best puns.
There we go.
Absolutely, yeah. And the fact that we have the mushroom episode or issues coming up, I mean, we could get pretty wild with that one.
Yeah, I do like that. Double stuff is still alive here too.
Thank goodness.
One of the people remaining.
Yeah, for a minute.
Yeah, not so fast.
Then,
yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of reliving them as we're watching. As well.
Yeah.
Okay, we're over here.
Yeah. Now the item that Gert is standing there on the right, at the top of the screen there, is that like a fondue style pot? Or?
Yeah, it's like a crock pot.
Crock pot. Okay. I knew it was some type of pot. I just couldn't. I was trying to squint and see on my screen.
Right, and it's hard to tell, but they're if you can see in the little boom panel, these are Skottie said they're like chicken wings.
Oh,
like chicken wings in the crock pot.
That's hilarious. Oh, that's so good.
Pressure. But I think the bottom right panel there of Gert, just the up close shot of Gert,
that was fun.
Maybe the best Gert face in the issue there.
That's a great one, yeah. Always love a good Gert up close shot.
Well, it's like it's like there's one of these things that like maybe until I started drawing the book is like how much the kind of emotion I can pull out of like these characters, right?
Yeah,
like, you can have their little moments and because there is like emotional little arcs, and she's like she's pissed like at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I'll say this as a compliment. You are making a killing on your art sales now, because every page you are filling up with so much good stuff that each page we see like the original art for. I'm sure Tyler's thinking the same thing. He's like, oh, I'd like to have that one, but I got to have the other one beside it to go to the sequence.
That was like a good set, right? Like side by side.
I mean, it really is. Like it's one of those. Yeah, like you were saying, Dustin. It's a massive compliment because it's. Like, I've gotten individual interior pages, and obviously, you get the double page splash or something like that. But to have individual pages like this, but like you were saying, wanting it to just be like, well, I'm not seeing an individual page. I'm just seeing them together. And then, wanting to, because just the story that it tells, the art itself. So,
Well, I think one of the beauties of like, because I work in Clip Studio and I can see the entire like layout of the comic. So I intentionally, when I'm having pages side by side, I try to make sure they like work together, because like, you know, especially if it's all in the same scene. So I try to think about it like a double page spread. You know,
that's cool. Yeah, I mean it shows. Yeah, because I mean it's I feel like that's probably can be easy to disconnect yourself from one page to the next if you're just viewing just that page. So
I'll answer the first part of Shane's question with no, and then I'll allude to Derek on the second part of the question of when they will be available. Is there a time frame for the rollout?
No, not yet. Like, I mean, because we talked about like, you know, sort of not throwing everything at people all at once, and sort of like doing it in batches, and I think that's probably the better way to do it. I mean, we're only doing the first half of issue 41 because I have a backlog of like some other stuff that I need to like put up there too from other I Hate Fairyland stuff. So it was kind of like, we'll roll it out and see how it does, and hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully sales go well, and then we'll just kind of keep it rolling.
So what Derek's saying, the more you all buy, the quicker these pages will come out.
That's kind of how it goes, right? Like if these things start flying off the shelf, then I'll have to add some more in. So,
well, one of the good things too about having Jay come on for issue 45 is it gives you a good window before issue 46 rolls out to like you said, do a slow rollout where the people, and me and Tyler have talked about this. You know, we obviously want pages from your sale. And we'll probably get pages from the next sale. So putting some space in between that gives like the collectors an opportunity to kind of reload before having to be picky and choosy over which pages they get.
For sure.
The more you buy, the feeling. So now we're getting in, the jungle, the thick of it.
Oh man, the scenes are just switching so fast on these that this was like I said, 2:30 in the morning. I was reading this. I told Derek and Tyler, and it like kept me awake because after I got through reading it, I had trouble going to sleep because I was thinking about all the scenes in it. This is just so graphic. The one on the right middle panel. Is that Fritter? Is that Fritter that's getting shot?
Yeah, Fritter, double stuffed is in there.
Yeah, but Fritter's look is haunting. I mean, can you make a Fritter just give you nightmares? That would be it.
You got to reach for a Fritter. You're like, no,
I'll never eat a Fritter again. Yes, I poured half my Fritter out on the sidewalk just in memory of.
And poor Tootsie's just getting her shell blown apart here.
Yeah.
And
honestly,
her candy coating didn't last.
I honestly thought Gert. I fully expected Gert to get hit. I mean, we've seen Gert, take a pummeling before, but I was like, almost kind of worried for her. I was like, oh no, she's gonna get shot. But
collateral damage with some of that. Yeah, the Tootsie. I mean, I'm sure those are pretty sharp pieces flying off of her head there. But
the shrapnel. Yeah.
Yeah, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop? One bullet,
just a
apparently.
Few rounds,
So. Oh man.
Gary
has a good point. Gert does have plot armor. I think Gert's
well,
no matter what, so.
Yeah, just so fun. Again, I just love those pops, and funny enough, pop of text there.
Yeah. I try to squeeze it in when I can. Yeah, these are just like, it's just like fun, like just kind of fill up these pages, like this little scene down here with like all the bodies and everything, and poor Fritter.
Poor Fritter.
Fritter down.
Oh my gosh, I think I want that page. I think that's the one I think I'm going after. Just because of Fritter's look there, that's great. Now this is for a non-artistic person. Whenever you're thinking of a Fritter getting shot in the head, like how do you conceptualize that? Like, how do you I think he would be making this look as it's flying through there.
I think you just have to feel in the moment,
Okay. I'm hoping you didn't turn to Google for any of those images. For that.
No.
Okay.
Do you do the Disney animation, like you have like a mirror, like you just make faces into, and then
right? No, no, I should though.
That's great.
All right, some more chaos.
Yeah, my goodness. Now it's time to pick out some veggies.
Well done, Gert. Well done.
My goodness, it's just
And the blood, so much blood.
It's cut
this is
half.
like, I mean, this is like,
blood
it's like, I mean, you know, like Gert is like a master, like, you know, killer, right? So I'm just like, she's just gonna go to town. You know, I got the poor broccoli guy, like, you know, waving the white flag, and
absolutely
and
not. But the blood dripping off the knife there. I mean, oh, that's.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's Jerry said this is the golden age for violent comics. This one, Battle Beast, Berserker. I think this one's got those beat though, especially from this issue.
Yeah, what every kid imagines they want to do the broccoli. Shane says, "Love that."
That's right.
I have a small little Easter egg in the second on page 16 here. A little bit of an anime iconic sort of thing. I don't know if anybody will pick up on it.
Oh man,
Tyler, that's yours.
I know. I'm gonna kick myself if I don't. Yeah, don't know.
I don't know much.
I'm thinking 80s classic anime.
Oof, yeah, they'll probably have lost. I need to go back, and I've got such a backlog of older work to watch.
I'll just spoil it. So this is like a little bit of like Akira walking away from his bike.
Ah, okay. The top, and I wondered if that was the case because like the not having the bike there kind of threw me off, but it did have that same,
Yeah, I was trying to take it. Yeah, I was looking at him. I was going back and forth on. Oh, okay. I know that what you're referring to. But man, I'm loving the Easter
now we
eggs
need the Akira slide. We need the Gert slide. So
that's right. That's right. So Tyler, you'll appreciate. There's a lot of words on this one.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm leaning towards. I see stuff like that. I'm like, man, I want a page like that. Like, just get all that text in there that's just integrated and when you come up, like obviously you're sketching it and stuff, but do you kind of find yourself doing more so the composition of just the art and like environment and characters itself and then kind of fitting the text in, or do you kind of tackle them both at the same time? Or
sometimes it's a bit of both, or where I can kind of squeeze it in. I think this the Shaboom sort of panel there, it was like, it was kind of, I knew I wanted to have big sound effect in the background, so I left enough negative space, and it was just like how big I can fit it all in. So I probably would have had a better, like, bigger boom or whatever. I had more weight, like room to fit it in, but I wanted to get the whole kind of like feeling in there.
Yeah.
So and then just like this brat, like I
love the split up with that.
I just love the idea of her just like just the throat slit.
The throat and like the broccoli, how it's like the strength it would take for her to stab and then just rip through completely his just clean in half. Yeah.
Just like Larry's reaction to it. Like he's seen her kill people, but it's like even he's like, whoa.
It's still always a surprise. Still just always like, man, I kind of forget sometimes that you're just a monster.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, speaking of like the ultra violent deaths, at the end of the Judge Gertie, the very last 2 pages of that, the violence that she did on that, I mean, I thought that was pretty hard to top until this issue. I mean, that for what you drew for Gert, this is pretty insane.
Yeah,
it was definitely a bit of a like throwback to that Judge Gertie like violence scene. One of the other little things is just kind of like a little thing as like an artist, when you get a little chance to do like a little cartoony version of Gert like that, like it's just kind of fun just to kind of like do those little
play around. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love that.
Oh yeah, I agree with Jerry. The slanted panels are great on the first page.
True. Yeah. Just that again, that flow and just how.
And I don't typically do that too much in my books, so it's kind of fun just to kind of play with some of the panel lines and action to kind of keep the flow going. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a dibs for me, everyone. So stay away from that page.
And that's the whole purpose of the show, anyway.
Yeah, you guys just do your shopping.
Yeah, we should end the show now. So
add to cart. Yeah.
And the infamous page that you drew on Scott when you were on with Skottie and Megan.
Yes.
That everybody was guessing pie or cheese, and we found out it was in fact cheese.
It was cheese.
Do you know the joke behind that? Like why it was like what Because me and Tyler were talking about that before you came online. Was that like
the one was a thing with Megan, how she didn't like
the
what
gravy,
was it, soup or gravy? Yeah, she doesn't like gravy. So
right, yeah, I don't know like exactly the emphasis of the cheese. I don't know if it was Skottie who does it. And I think Skottie just generally doesn't like the idea that cheese is dessert, and I'm kind of with him.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Although my son was arguing, my 10-year-old was like, "What about cheesecake, Dad?" And I'm like, "All right, that's fair."
Dang, that's good. He shut me up quick. I was about to get off on a tyrant, or a rant. I had never heard of brie being a dessert, and I told Tyler maybe I'm just uncultured, but I hadn't really either. But cheesecake, that's a good one. That is a good one.
But I'm really uncultured. Chocolate is the only dessert in my definition. So even fruit, I'm like, fruit is not a dessert. I understand there are very fruity desserts, but I'm like, that's not a dessert. I want something that really isn't good for you.
Unless it's candied. Candied fruit can.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So
right.
More sugar. Yeah.
Technically, there's no cheese in cheesecake. Cream cheese.
I'm gonna say cream cheese. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's always one. But there's always one in the chat. I'm sorry, Derek. He's But let's see the art for this one, because this is.
I was gonna say the just the killing of the guard and throwing onto the barbed wire to jump over, like
yeah. It's just fun to come up with little things like that, like just he's whistling here and gets his throat slit and then uses the body. Like it's just fun to come up with little things like that.
I would love to hear YouTube listening to this show thinking that we are the most violent people. This show will probably never make it to re-airing. So,
and then just all of this for brie cheese. And, just the disappointment, and they're thinking they're gonna get out, and
I just love her reaction from I'm here to save the day, and then what?
The face palm, really,
But I love the tonal shift of the cheese too. I mean, they go from from the second panel to the fourth panel.
This is what I'm talking about, where it's just Gert can be the best actress, just because her expression from just oh my god to I'm just defeated. This is
Man, Jerry's on fire.
You
said that.
What a brilliant ending.
Joe's gonna win the pun.
He's trying hard. He is trying really hard.
Oh, and then I like too Larry being the lock picker there. His tiny arms can fit inside and unbolt.
Yeah, that was Skottie. He knows
those characters. Yeah.
And the last page there, your splash page. So this is because we have the kind of the double page splash from issue 41.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it has I think it has an inset in it. Is this the first? Is this your first official splash page from?
Yeah.
I Hate Fairyland. So
yeah.
That was it. Stand out because that was. I mean, I can't wait to see the art for that one. That one's incredible.
Yeah.
But just this whole issue leading to her on a raft eating the snacks and the food. It's just an incredible turn of events for it.
Just another day in paradise for her.
That's great. And the flag, the little Gert, the skull and crossbones for Gert, that's from kind of a callback. That is great.
Yeah, that was just fun. That was just I kind of treat that one like a cover.
I was gonna say it honestly feels like it. It's such a pretty. I mean, the water, the details on the water and the rocks and everything, the mushrooms in the back. Yeah, it's just super.
Well, the thing that worked well for this too is when Skottie wrote it, he had a whole lot of dialogue. So I'm like, well, I got to leave, space for it. And just he described her being on the raft, eating the platter of food, and so. Yeah, it was just kind of I'm like, this is a good excuse to do a sort of cover image.
I kind of like it too, because it's almost just as fitting for there to just be silence and her to just be eating, and just true. Larry to just be yep, just defeated.
Yeah. So that wraps up issue 43. So going from issue 41 with the pub crawl and all the challenge she had, and issue 42 where Gert became Old Mother Hubbard, to issue 43 where she's fighting in a war, to issue 44, which we will hopefully get to in about a month or so.
How is this not the most fun comic?
Yeah.
Oh, it's insane. It's insane. It's so good. I mean, this each time I see one, I was like, man, you keep outdoing yourself, Derek, on these. But I have a feeling when we see issue 44, it's gonna even top this one, which is gonna be hard to do.
Well, there's some fun stuff, right? We talked about that. Like, there's already some pages that Skottie claimed himself that he likes so much. So.
Yeah. Me and Seth and Tyler have a little thing that we do in our chat where we call dibs when we see any art that pops up that we like, but we forget that Skottie has like the ultimate dibs.
He's an OG dibs, yeah.
He gets first dibs on everything.
Exactly, and we can't argue with that one bit.
So do we want to show, I guess we're on the original art sale, right?
Yes,
that's what we're
onto the sale, yep.
So tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time.
Oops.
Did I say that, Derek? Yeah, 12 o'clock Eastern time, p.m., 11 o'clock Central time. Derek will be having his first art drop in over 2 years, and we'll be showing you a little bit. We'll fly through what's going to be for sale, and then we'll let Derek actually show the real stuff. Except for two things, Derek. You don't have to pull those out. No, I'm joking.
Speaking of the devil, yeah.
Yeah, I'm joking. The untold and incredibly, this is really good pricing for this stuff with as much detail as Derek puts in there. But the Untold Tales of Judge Skottie from there are 10 pages. The full page, the haunting page there of the death of the two people that
finally,
is so good. There's some other art that I'm not sure if Derek hasn't decided if he's going to sell it or not yet. So we'll just please disregard that.
It's all
peaking. Its slip is showing, Tyler.
I know. Yeah.
And then finally, last but not least, there'll be and I'm assuming 4 and 5 are being sold as a set since they're $800.
Yes.
So we said the first 10 pages, it's going to be nine lots of art.
Nine for that, and then 10 from the
Judge
Skottie, and then the 2 spreads from the free comic book day.
Free comic book.
Okay, so that will leave for those doing the math at home, that'll leave pages 11 through 20 for the next drop that we have. But look at this here before Derek shows us the detail. I mean, there is not a space there that's not used.
Yeah, squinting your eyes is just like it's just all pretty art. So
without further ado, the showcase. Derek, come on, man.
Starting with my page, I see.
Yeah, thank you for that. So yeah, this one may or may not be on there.
So good. It's just the double page. Again, seeing these in the free comic book day was just such a blast. Like I was already excited for you to join I Hate Fairyland, knowing your work for years, but to be able to get a taste of it, excuse me, in that issue was just so fun, especially to see 2 big splash pages with just so much. It was just like I was overwhelmed. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even begin to look at just one thing. And then especially for you to be like, oh well, that's the kind of the Attack on Titan reference there in the top right, and I was just like, oh, that just makes this a million times better. So
and you said before in our last show, for anybody that hadn't seen it that may be tuning in tonight, that a lot of these concepts weren't even like you had no script, had no idea that you were going to be writing them. You were just kind of shotgunning different images.
Skottie just mentioned a few things, and he was just like, just have fun, like fill it up. And he was like, he originally said, do you want to do 1 or 2 pages? Like, he's like, you don't have to, because it was kind of last minute. I'm like, I'll do 2. And that's where we had talked about doing a Hellboy spoof. And so that was fun, and that was like my little homage to
oh my goodness, I'm blanking on his name, of course.
Well, that was like the corpse, the issue of the corpse. So I made Gert the corpse there on the back, not knowing what we were going to do with Helicorn, and then this is the war stuff. Remember, because we had sort of so I sort of threw her in that, so that was sort of the impetus to that, and and then just the Sin City.
There's got to be a Sin City parody coming soon.
That would be awesome. I don't know if there's one coming or not, but I'm sure it would be fun.
It's on the table. Yeah, you've put the.
I mean, I put it out there into the world, so we'll see.
Okay, because you said Marv, Gert's doing the Marv role here. I could see, and Derek, this is just a suggestion. If you want to put Tyler in the Nancy role for Sin City with Marv, I'm sure Tyler would not object to that at all. So Skottie might, but
oh goodness.
All right, so let's go on to Judge Gertie.
Mm.
So yeah, like I mean, these pages are sort of special in that this essentially landed me the job. Like like you know what I mean. Like doing this short, I think helped maybe Skottie make that decision. It was also fun just to be able to write my own thing, like not This, I thought at the time this is the only I Hate Fairyland stuff I'm ever gonna do, and I'm just gonna have a blast with it, and so. Anyway, these pages are quite special to me. I probably shouldn't sell them, but what am I going to do? Yeah.
No, it is. It's like you said. It's super cool. I mean, that was such a fun thing for him to do with the Untold Tales of giving us that first hint that like we'd get more, creative voices in the world of I Hate Fairyland, and being able to see, same thing when you join this. I was like, no way, Derek's going to get to do a comic. Like, that's so cool. And then, like you said, you to get to write it too, and it just be solely yours, through the lens of I Hate Fairyland. So,
and I forget who was with the other artist that was in the issue that you were in, Derek, but it was a very kind of abstract tale.
Oh yeah, no,
Mad Max style. Yeah.
Oh, I think that was Brett Parsons.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was Brett Parsons.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
No, it was Scott Brown.
Oh,
Scott Brown. Okay.
Scott Brown.
Which I mean, I absolutely loved. Like I remember being feeling inadequate after seeing Scott's work is so good.
It's just it's a different take. It's a different style.
It just got so much energy though. Like it's so fun and insane. Like this is so good.
I need to go back and reread these, honestly.
Yeah, they're so good. And then my little old story here.
Oh no, it's very worthy of being in there. That was so good.
Judge
just the drinking the blood from the head. I'm like, how sadistic can I make this?
Yeah, Larry's face again, just like what am I getting myself into?
Yeah, that was just fun. But yeah, great issue. And Mike Del Mundo, who's got a art book out right now, I believe, the Marvel art book. I
saw Skottie. They've been promoting that one.
Yep.
Yeah,
like that one as well. Yeah,
nicest dude too. Oh my god, like so humble, so nice. And he's apparently an amazing breakdancer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, the Gert expressions there.
Yeah, the Gert expression. I just
fun, playing with little hearts in her eyes and little things like that.
I love the texture too, just like the texture of the little bear, just the fur, the fudge you get. It's just so fun.
Now, you may have told us this before, Derek, but whenever you're writing the story, because I mean, now you're getting a script from Skottie and you're drawing kind of his ideas out and fleshing them out. Whenever you were told or invited to write a story for Untold Tales, what kind of direction? Was there certain things you couldn't do with Gert, or certain things that
there was no limit? It was come up with whatever, and I think I had a couple of loose ideas, and then this one just sort of clicked. And when I just had the Judge Gertie thing in my head, like the Judge Judy, I just thought it was a different take, maybe from what other people are doing. I just like the idea of her having to be the one who judges whether someone's done bad or not.
such a
It's very fitting,
and just in sort of a fitting sort of way. It was just and it was also playing off another short where she got mad at someone for saying or looking at her funny. So I was there was another short that played off that. So I'm like, oh, okay, I think I'm going to riff from that a little bit. And that's good. And just a fun way to sort of end it. And then
that page is just crazy.
Yeah, whoever gets that page tomorrow is going to be very lucky. That's a great page.
Yeah, that was fun. And that was the first time I got to draw Gert in her full gear, right? Because I had her get up, right? So that's the first drawing of Gert in her full gear.
So you heard that, folks. That's a historical page there.
There you go, yeah. Those are the pieces. Yeah,
Right.
definitely worth grabbing.
And then we got the first official pages of 41. So just like, obviously just had a blast with these.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
This is one of my favorite shots of Gert.
Yeah, that's yeah. Again, the sun is always just one of my favorite side characters to see.
Yeah. It was fun. And then we got our big double page spread.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's good.
The like drool just dripping down past her elbow to it's just so.
Yeah, that was a fun one to in trying to get as much of the original design I had of this Dragon's Den, because this is sort of, I had done this like concept art for the Dragon's Den and it was too big to fit in the double page spread. Like it wasn't gonna, so I had to like change the angle and everything. But yeah, I knew it. But this is the thing. This actually, the funny thing is, and we might have talked about it in the first when we went over this issue, but this was originally supposed to be a single big reveal panel. And in my head, I was stupidly just thinking double page spread. And so when I showed it to Skottie, he's like, we're going to have to add 2 more pages into the book to make this work. Like, so that's where like, or no, it was 1 more page. I had to do 1 more page to make it work.
Okay.
So to make it like the full thing. So this is where this page came from. Is that like Skottie had to write like another page?
That's hilarious. That makes, because that's the other one I'm eyeballing, because I love that you drew yourself in there,
Right.
which is just so great. So it's funny that came kind of after, like, oh, we've got this double page spread now. Yeah, exactly. A happy accident. So
right, yeah. And so it was because it was kind of my fault, right? So I thought it was really funny that she's giving me the double page.
Yeah, giving you the bird, like.
But it was actually worked out good, because I didn't get a chance to establish a nice establishing shot of the inside of the bar, because we were kind of in the original script just jumping right into like her talking to the bartender. So it was kind of actually, I think it was a nice, again, happy accident, right?
Absolutely.
Where we got to do that. And so, yeah, that was just fun. And, just having fun with the layout here with the script kind of rolling through, like him reading off the contract and all that stuff, and coming up with this little blob character. Because like when I was first doing the book, and I was like, Skottie, is it okay if I just make this guy like a blob? Yeah, do whatever you want. So,
you have that.
You just gave me free license to have fun. So, and then we got this one's a fun one, just to kind of like get that full Indiana Jones sort of.
The skull, the little worm out of the skull, and this. I like the spikes too, like these spikes off screen. They're just really just going forward.
Yeah,
super dynamic,
and just fun. Kind of come up with little traps and things that would be kind of along the way, and and then her just getting like pummeled going through it.
I just started reading finally the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, so very fitting for that.
Picked up on that?
Just having to go through all that. So.
And the final one is going to go up for sale. So like we're stopping at page. Yeah, page 10 will be the final one that goes up. But this was just another fun, like just Indiana Jones moment. Rolling down, and then her reaction to like that.
It's surviving. Yeah, I think that's definitely one of my favorite Gerts down there at the bottom, just chugging the tanker, just going at it. And Larry
not sharing either, right?
Yeah, no, Larry's just like.
Not. I think one of the things that's been demonstrated kind of with the art that you're showing, Derek, here is that even if you miss out on the first page you go after, there are so many backup pages that me and Tyler and even Seth in our comments have said, if we miss out on this page, I'm gonna go after this page. If I miss out on that one, I'm gonna go after this one. I mean, there's not any kind of like resting pages where you can catch your breath. They're all pretty intense and full blown Gert.
Well, my thought process when I make comics is like I don't want to have wasted panels. Like I want everything to feel it's meant to be there. And so like, every panel gets love, and that's kind of how I try to approach all my stuff. Cause just having stuff for filler, I think is pointless. So every panel should have a meaning and a purpose. And
Well, you execute well.
Thank you.
And have a good night, Keith. Thanks for tuning in, bud. But this is
such great pages.
Yeah, we've got our fingers crossed that this is very successful for you tomorrow. Not too successful that we don't get the pages we want first, but successful enough
after us.
No. Even if it means missing out on the page I want, at least it's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good for going forward for the art sales and stuff. So, we're really hoping that everybody will show up, especially the people we have within our group, and we'll pull up. Yeah, I messed up. Yeah, I know. I pulled everything off. So we saw that. Oh, let's go back here. Well, now that everybody's seen the art, we'll run through the prices one more time. But yeah, like I said, first art sale in 2 years, over 2 years for Derek. So everybody tune in tomorrow, 12 p.m. noon Eastern site on Derek's website. Do you have that website, Tyler, from the last show? Or are we...
No, I was going to say we cleared out the banners. Yeah, I'll have to
go
and get it real quick.
It's just DerekLaufman.com.
And then the shop button, and then the original art. So I think we have that on the next couple of slides here. So everybody show up for that. Pick out the pages.
And hopefully, I got them all timestamped to drop. So hopefully, nothing goes off without a hitch. I am home tomorrow, so if I start getting angry emails, and things aren't working, I'll try to make sure I'm on top of it.
Yeah, what the heck? What the heck?
I need
it turns into chaos. It's like a Black Friday sale, like craziness.
I redirect my flight from San Antonio to Canada to give there.
Yeah, right.
But here's the pricing one more time, just so we can see it. The Untold Tales of, but with George. I ran out of something to drink. We're almost at 2 hours again. I ran out of something to drink like a half hour ago. But Judge Gertie are $300 each, which is incredibly priced, and then $400 for the climatic page there at the end with the ultra violent. These two pages are $1,000 each. The full page, double page splash from Free Comic Book Day that Derek highlighted. This was just kind of us joking around. Me and Tyler are in.
I meant to go back in and add the actual page.
Yeah, I did too. Sure, you did. I don't believe you, Tyler. But no, Derek highlighted them really well to start off that. So those are $1,000 each. And then last but not least, issue 41, the first 10 pages, price $400, $800 for the double page, and then $400 for the remaining 5 there. And like I said, there's not a loser. There's not a lesser quality one page.
There's not a loser in the group.
There's not a loser in the bunch.
I know. That sounds like, I'll have to say that every show now, or some people will go, yeah, there's a loser in that one. So,
and there's not a loser for whoever gets any of these pages. So,
everybody's. Yes, Seth is like, don't share it to anybody. We want to keep it a secret until the end, but we also want Derek to get paid. We want to get some money here for these art pages, and there will be plenty to go around. You all saw the art from 43 tonight. We saw, I started to say we saw 42 last time, but we only saw the first 10 pages. But hopefully, whenever that drops, we'll get Derek back on here to show the whole issue of what's going up for sale. So. Y'all really try to support Derek tomorrow and get these pages sold, and so we keep seeing this great art go up.
Yeah,
nice. If you want more, then you got to support it and keep it going. So, and I want more.
All right, so original, we showed it. So this is some of the places that Tyler had highlighted during our last show that you can catch Derek at. He's at several places. Sign up for the Patreon, sign up for the Substack newsletter to get all this up-to-date information. And then up there, the DerekLaufman.com, you'll see kind of the banner there. The second one, hit shop, hit original art. And at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, you'll see it populated with some wonderful art that hopefully won't stay in stock for too long.
And for anybody who's going to be in Canada, Toronto area, next week I'll be at Fan Expo Canada, which is in Toronto. That's going from Thursday until Sunday, so 4 days.
Well, let me ask you this, Derek: will you be taking the art to the con? So I mean,
here's the thing: I think that I'm going to see if there's any leftover pages from this particular sale, still. Then I might bring those ones. I don't think I'm going to bring stuff that I haven't made public for everyone yet, if that makes sense.
Yeah, thank goodness. You scared me. I was referring to the unsold art, Derek. When you said future pages, I was like, oh no, that's not my question, Derek. I was trying to scare people to make sure they buy it now, so they don't. Yeah, so if you really want some art from this drop, make sure you pick it up because, like Derek said, he may take some to the
any stuff that goes unsold, I'm going to probably bring to that show just see if I can move some pages at the show, and awesome. And then we'll see how it goes, and but hopefully both stuff goes, and maybe I won't bring anything. So
yeah, that's all right too. And this is just that's the Patreon. I was making sure we covered everything. I'll hit off in the Instagram with his the 400,000 followers. So before we go any further, I'm gonna blow you up, Tyler. Derek was so kind to do this for me and Tyler after the last show, so we can't thank him enough.
Yeah, we posted these before, but incredibly kind of you. Well, first off, you gave away the gift yourself that show, which was awesome.
Yeah,
then you reached out about sending these because Dustin and I both made some purchases through the shop, and again, it's just to continue to support you. But yeah, I got this absolutely wonderful Gert. Again, I was telling Derek before the show started, I just love this border. That was done on both mine and Dustin to kind of tie them together. And then again, the fact to get it personalized, that's just always, it was just crazy to see that stuff because it's just so fun to see your name written by somebody else. But
right.
Yeah, I
was my pleasure. No, you guys were just such a delight, and you've always been like so supportive of welcoming me to the community and to the group and everything. So it's just like, the least I could do.
No, it's incredibly appreciated, and I mean it's just so awesome, the pieces. The helicorn there,
I'm not doing this on purpose.
So good.
There we go. Sorry guys, I was trying to get it level there, but and I wanted to get
Dustin's got the zipatones in there. They like so much.
Yeah, I love that.
Ziptones, there's just such a nice, like just that shadow across the muzzle.
Yeah, and like Tyler said, the different banner, but still the having the banner and the name it's like, oh, Derek knows who we are. We can't thank you enough, man. That was
my pleasure.
Incredibly kind of you. So yeah, it's definitely the next Kickstarter or wherever, because I know that's generally the main place where you can get commissions and stuff. I definitely will be keeping an eye out for that because more commissions from you would be awesome. So
now I do love Adam Hughes, but he's not an official certified good buddy. So
that's fair. Yeah,
that's true. He doesn't got the tattoo.
That's right.
Exactly. Adam doesn't have that.
I have a feeling Derek's wife's going to give us a call tonight and say, please talk about getting the tattoo. Oh, and this, I said the last but not least about the art, but this is where our big plan is to try to get Derek to Heroes in 2026, however we can do it. So fingers crossed we're going to find a way to make this happen, but we're throwing it out there. We're trying to, me and Tyler are trying to bend Derek's arm, trying to get him to come down here to.
Well, you know what's funny? It was like, I think it would be 21 years since I've done a show in the U.S.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think the last time was like San Diego Comic-Con 2005.
Oh, really?
Oh, gosh,
okay.
That'd be a blast. It'd be a welcome back tour because, especially with Skottie there. I mean, Skottie, that's kind of like one of his home shows that he goes to. So having both of you all there, the writer and the current artist for I Hate Fairyland, I would assume that would be a big draw for Heroes. So I have, and it's such an artist show. There's so many artists there that you would fit in perfectly. I think your sales would be really strong. And if not, me and Tyler would pay the difference in what you lost. That's what it's like. So
exactly, we'll put our money on the line. Yeah,
we'll pass a plate around the Skottie Young Appreciation Group and get you there. So
I appreciate it.
No. We're going to try to find a way, and with the Canadian border and all the stuff, all the kind of the hurdles
hoops and hurdles.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find a way, though. I have a good feeling about this. We started this is about the same time last year that we started our get together planning, Tyler, for the Skottie Young Appreciation Group, and it went off like gangbusters.
Yeah, it went off without a hitch.
Yeah, one of the worst waitresses I think in the history of Buffalo Wild Wings. So,
oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, you're getting into bed with the wrong two people here. I'm telling you. But where there's a will, there's a way. We will find a way to make it happen.
Yeah.
If Derek wants to, he might.
So, whether you want to or not.
He's going to kidnap me, bring me down.
Chloroform, by golly, he will be down at Heroes. He may not be conscious, but yeah, we'll make sure and grab the art before we hit the plane. So
yeah,
there we go.
I think that's it. We kept you another 2 hours, Derek. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? You know, it's always fun to chat with you guys. So,
thank you.
Likewise,
I appreciate the opportunity to talk art with you guys. It's always fun.
Oh, anytime you ever want to come on, just please let us know, and we can discuss. I start to say, if you want to come on next week, no, we'll be out of town. We won't put you on the spot, but we'll talk about off air about maybe whenever you're available for future appearances. So, but thank you very much.
Yes.
Tyler, it's been a great show. This has been one of those that I'll have trouble sleeping tonight because I've been very excited seeing the art. So
no, it's yeah. I know it's Dustin and I, like we said, we were super excited to get to see the original art, and again, we're just really hoping that the sale tomorrow goes really well.
Yes.
And I mean, it's just such a blast to be able to chat with you and have this opportunity and discuss things. Is there anything more you want to plug or anything, besides the show you've got coming up?
I'll also be at Guelph Comics Jam September. When is that? September 13th. That's in Guelph, Ontario. It's a nice little show there. A lot of good artists coming. Mike Del Mundo will be there, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, it's a really, really talented group of artists going to be there. It's just a small show. It's mostly just like a good artist hang, but great opportunity to come in if you happen to be in the area and, meet some, really good artists and creators, and it'll be good.
Honestly, those smaller settings, I'm sure, are even better in terms of like that engagement with artists.
Yeah, you get a chance to actually talk, right? Like, because a place like Fan Expo can be just hectic and crazy, and there might not be the opportunity to sit down and like actually have a conversation with somebody. But smaller shows like that, it's definitely the place to kind of like get in. So like, I would, if I was someone going to like meet artists, I'd be going to the smaller shows because that's the sweet spot.
Yeah. No, for sure. And honestly, not to harp on Heroes more, but that's one of the things that surprised me was how big it was, but how personal it felt with like talking with people. Like, it's big, but you still are able to just, because it's all about the artists and stuff. And that's what's so nice, especially with, conventions becoming quite a bit more than what they were, 20 years ago or something.
Yeah, for sure.
But yes, third time's the charm. I remember I said it last time where I was like, yeah, I'll get your stuff on that you're appearing at next time. And then we didn't get it this time. So next time for sure your show's coming up.
This is gonna be the new running gag that we always forget to plug Derek stuff after the
It's totally fine.
Gosh.
But thank everybody for joining us and watching us and commenting. It's always super fun to get the engagement, especially the funny puns and all that kind of stuff. But we'll catch you guys next week, and until then, stay fresh, live messy, and have a good night.
Peace.
I'm just holding up one finger.